Alright then I need to go find a house to live. I need to go rent a room.
You there! Life is meaningless and...
Hey guys, how's it going? Crane here. Today I want to give you guys the rundown on the new Warlock Hero promotion with Nemsy. So Nemsy, this cute little bugger, has been the center point of one of the most controversial things that I've ever seen in Hearthstone. So typically the hero skins and all that, they've been available online. Most of them cost like $10 or require you to play one of Blizzard's other games to some degree. And that's been alright. That's been pretty decent, pretty fun, and most people have done those without too much complaining, except for the first rollout where they all cost $10, but whatever. With Nemsy, if you've been under a rock, you basically get Nemsy by attending one of the newly approved systemed fireside gatherings, which means you go to a physical place, hopefully local place, like a restaurant that's running more or less of like a Hearthstone tournament, but not exactly a tournament. It's like a play with friends Hearthstone type of event. And if you go to one of these that is approved, my understanding was that you get Nemsy, but I've seen most of the feedback that you only have a chance to get Nemsy. In some cases, this is like 10%. That might just be an issue, but it's a very small issue right now. I've had some extra time on my hands to read through Reddit posts in the last few days, and it's been nothing short of astonishing how much this promotion has fucked up. Now, obviously, things like fake fireside gatherings happen a lot. In some cases, not enough people show up, and this is a problem because fireside gatherings are region locked, so you can't go to a different region to get Nemsy. You have to get it in your own region. Some regions have very few or no fireside gatherings. Some people have to go hundreds of miles to get to one of these. And well, if it ends up being a fake one, that might be a negative experience, wouldn't you think? There's a lot of other issues, and if you just screen through Reddit every day, you're bound to find some new creative way that this has gone downhill. I've actually decided to make this video based on the newest and most creative way I've found with this post here, where someone had random Hearthstone players uninvited show up at his house thinking that there was a fireside gathering there when there was not. Alright, so another thing to keep in mind, just in general, in the video gaming industry, and possibly in many others, you're selling entertainment, you're selling a positive experience. So to deliver like a 50-50 would be a disaster. You do not want, as a company, as a game developer, to spend time and money creating content that half the people will hate. If half the people like it, half the people hate it, you've done a bad job, because the negative experiences are going to be much more memorable than the positive ones. I mean, who does this promotion target? Existing Hearthstone players. What if a quarter of them stop playing because of it? See how that might be a problem if you spent time and money to actually make this happen? Would seem pretty dumb, right? Well, there's definitely a lot of short-sightedness when it came to this promotion, and it's pretty interesting that it had come out this way. In terms of actually getting the Nemsy, I think if you're in the America region, I think BlizzCon has a fireside gathering on the second or third floor every year. I think there might be something at TwitchCon. And, there's like ways to get it, but you have to keep in mind that because there is the Nemsy craze right now, even though it's a disaster right now, the Nemsy craze will die off. So in a year, in 2 years, when you end up wanting to get Nemsy, there might just be no fireside gatherings anywhere near your area, and that would make it close to impossible for you to get it at that point. So yeah, you might have to suffer if you really want the hero card. And that's another aspect. They decided to run this promotion at the end of a Hearthstone expansion cycle, which is a problem because people don't really give a shit about the actual competitiveness and other things to do with Hearthstone. Like, people are more concerned right now about getting an extra hero skin than they are about getting a higher rank in ranked mode or getting more wins in arena. They played out the expansion. A lot of people did, at least. Not everyone, but a lot of people. And some people are completionists. You know what type of people? People that play Blizzard games. People that play Hearthstone are completionists. Hearthstone is a collectible card game. You might think people have strong incentives to collect the other parts of the game, even though there might be no performance-based aspect to those things. Basically what I'm saying is, if you're sitting there in your chair watching this video and you're like, yeah, I don't really care about Nemsy, what I'm saying is some people out there really desperately care about Nemsy to the point where they'll lose their minds, drive hundreds of miles to go to one of these fireside gatherings, fail and potentially quit the game because it didn't work out. And in some cases, really didn't work out. So that's kind of the situation. I hope I've cleared it up. I hope I've been concise about it so you understand what's going on in that regard. The other aspect, the value I have to add to this situation is bringing it to a point of reality. So the reality is that Hearthstone is a mobile game, and I have played a lot of mobile games in the last few years, and I have learned a very important and key aspect that makes all good mobile games successful, and that is when they fuck something up, they fix it really quickly and add some form of compensation that is extremely generous every time this happens. In like all the other mobile games that I play, if there's downtime unexpectedly, or if this is scheduled downtime, sorry for scheduled downtime, we just wanted to give you guys more content, but you couldn't play the game for 4 hours, here's like $10 worth of content. Imagine that, you know? Imagine if, you know, the buyer tri-weekly maintenance that Hearthstone has for a few hours, you just got like 10 packs at the end of that. That would be mental, right? Hearthstone is not even close to the same maintenance level of the competing mobile games, and I think that is an area that it's suffering from greatly. Now, the other aspect to that is I think the people running Hearthstone are getting wise to this, finally, and slowly, but they're understanding this. That's why we're seeing some free content. That's why we're seeing more communication. That's why we're seeing slightly more updates. So what I'm saying is, I think there's some chance, it's actually possible that Blizzard will be like, our bad, we kind of screwed this up. We may have actually put some people in dangerous, possibly illegal situations of people randomly showing up at your house uninvited that you don't know. Our bad. Here's another way of getting this new hero card. We just wanted you guys to learn to play Hearthstone with friends, and we made a mistake. You know, actually, you can just use those exact words. If you're watching from Blizzard, if you don't know how to handle the situation, I'll help you guys out. So you use most of those words, and then the next thing that you do is, well, because our idea was just to have you play Hearthstone with friends, and we understand some people living in the middle of nowhere can't do that except through our online client, which we tried to push for the rest of Hearthstone's lifetime. We are going to let you get Nemsy by playing with friends from your friends list online. Play 10 friends and get Nemsy. Sorry about the fireside fuck up, and we'll try to figure something else out for the people who had issues with that, and they should probably go into that side as well. People who had really negative experience but did actually go to fireside gatherings to try to get Nemsy, try to compensate them in some way for their time, give them some packs. There should be some kind of like code input feature for Hearthstone, just so Blizzard can like easily reward people that have been on the short end of their mistakes. Yeah, basically something really should happen. On one hand, I think people have been really wronged in this promotion, and on the other, I think it is a rare opportunity for Blizzard to come out very positively in a big way to save a pretty perilous situation here with at least some of their players. Again, I know some of you guys are just sitting there, some of you guys just play the game, you don't give a crap about golden heroes and all that, but some people really care about that. And I think the people that really care about that are a lot of people who really care about Hearthstone, and Blizzard managed to target exactly those people and punch them in the stomach. So I think that needs some attention. In any case, I'm curious to see what you guys think, and I encourage you guys to keep up with the, honestly, multiple times a day Reddit posts on some new event has fucked up on the Hearthstone Reddit. It's just been so entertaining. So keep up with that. Hope you guys enjoyed my opinion. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
It's not going to happen for you. Not in a million years.
But after that, Hollywood reject us, then we do it on our own. We make movie! Yeah, The Room!
And action!
What a story, Mark.
Cut! No, don't cut! Do you want to change the line?
This is my movie. And this is my life.
Who doesn't recognize that guy?
Hey guys, how's it going? Caprain here. Today I want to give you guys the alternative Lich King guide. So, you guys know I posted a few days back when the Lich King encounter on the Frozen Throne was released. Gave you guys my first 9 kills of all the classes, and I know that was pretty educational to some degree, but it wasn't really like min-maxed, you know? I didn't do it on my free-to-play account, didn't really research what other people were doing. Turns out, a lot of the stuff that other people were doing, I was doing the same. Murlocs seemed to work very well for almost all of the classes, but there are a few exceptions, and those exceptions are typically the few that people really struggle with, and they generally include warrior and paladin, and I threw in a priest in there for good measure because it's a very similar strategy. It has to do with one of our previous overlords, Kel'Thuzad. When you play Kel'Thuzad with any taunt minion that has enough health so your opponent can't kill Kel'Thuzad through the taunt minion, the AI is coded to just not bother to attack, which seems okay in some cases because, you know, in the general case, even if the AI doesn't choose to do that, it's still playing cards to build the board. Maybe it gets a board clear, something like that. It can still recover from some of those options, right? But the Lich King is a little bit unique because once you get to the second phase and he has an unlimited durability Frostmourne and he's got his army of 2/6 guys, he actually doesn't play any cards. He's coded to not play anything when he is in that phase. So the idea is if you stall him in that phase and set up your win condition or stall condition that leads into your win condition through Kel'Thuzad, it is pretty easy. Most of the examples I want to highlight for you guys today took, I think, at most 2 attempts. It's very consistent, it's very easy. I know, yes, you might have to get Kel'Thuzad, and yeah, that might be a problem for some people, but not for everyone. And even still, out of the wild cards, Kel'Thuzad is easily top 5 most wild and most useful whenever new content is released, at least in the PvE side, which seems like moving forward is going to be pretty often. So we'll see. Check out the games. I know you guys will have some fun watching them. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay. I don't imagine this will fail. Alright, dude. Alright. It's fine.
Chill out. Your demise is inevitable. And no emote can express your shame.
That's true, I guess. We're in a little bit of trouble right now.
Is my destiny.
I don't have the AoE clear I need for the 7.